Welcome to the Next.js section where we now will set up our front-end application and make sure we can log in using the IDP Kit as our logging service. So we have prepared a Next.js example project so we can get started right away. And we also extended the NextAuth.js library with our own provider, so the NFT provider, which you can use, and you simply need to update some variables and you're ready to go. You need to make sure you have a MetaMask and or another compatible wallet, so we can then connect to the front-end application and share our address so the IDP Kit can validate that we are an owner of an NFT of this NFT collection we specified before in the IDP Kit. So without further ado, let's get started. Make sure you have Node.js and Yarn. And then let's clone the project, go in our terminal, then change directories, install all dependencies. Great, then we can just open that in our favorite editor, bring that up, awesome, that looks good. All right, what do we need to do next? So the client ID and the client secret, which we got during the client registrations, we now need to put into the environment variables file. So in here we have this env example, which we can just rename. Otherwise this won't work later on. So let's just remove the example. And now we need to get those two secrets. So let's go back in here and move to our IDP Kit, where we can then just check IDP Kit, pkit, then config, OIDC, clients list. Great, so here we have the list. Just copy that client ID and put it in here. And the same with the client secret. So there's one thing we need to change though, because we have here specified the localhost 3000, which is somehow correct, but it's not the exact redirect URI, which will be used by the NextAuth.js library. So we need to update that. And to do so, we can just run IDP Kit, config, OIDC, and then let me check. So we can just use the register comma. So clients, if I could type clients register, and then the name, which is my front end, and then the redirect URI now will be, so let's check, copy that value. So it will be the localhost 3000 /API/auth callback and then vault ID and NFT, because that's the provider we are using. And then because we don't want to create a new one, we just need to update the old one. And to do so, we can just provide the U and the client ID. And this will update our provider. Perfect. So now that's set up, we can then also just run IDP Kit run this whole thing, because we need it later on. Okay, that's set up. Our front end also has all these things. Let's check again if we forgot anything. Okay, awesome. Now let's go into our handler for a second. So API auth and this next auth. So it's a fetch all route. And it handles the request. We just need to make sure, so that's getting parsed from the env file. But here, this identity provider URL, now it's set to localhost 8080, which is fine because our IDP Kit is running here. So that's perfect. But if you later deploy it publicly and it's in production mode, you need to update this, otherwise it won't work. Yeah, so with that, we can just go in here and run yarn dev. And then let's see. So then we can go localhost 3000. Nice, up and running. So let's see, sign in with NFT, connect wallet, MetaMask. And here we need to provide our password. Put that in here. Awesome. And then log in, connect, and now sign the message. Awesome, now we are logged in. So at the end, we signed a message that was sent to the IDP Kit. The IDP Kit checked, okay, are we really the owner of the address? And then it checked all the assets we have and said, okay, we have an asset of the collection we specified before. So now we could sign in. Yeah, so that's it. You now have a front end and the IDP Kit and everything running, and your users can now log in with NFTs. See you in the next one.